Just getting organised here, won't be a second. Dual screen. So you'll notice the dual screen, and I think I did mention it in the last stream. I have a new video VGA splitter, active splitter, this little beastie here, which I've got all plugged in, set to go. So taking the feed from the Amiga there at the moment, as you can see. And I found the other night, it's interesting actually, although the CRT looks fine, it's syncing quite nicely with this little webcam here, the shutter speed. If I, change the light levels that are coming in, it's exposing for this light here. You see that we get a lot of flickering. If we come back, obviously the shutter speed changes. Quite interesting. And for any, situation where this is strobing, like how I can just focus in on the screen here. And the problem with this screen is you'll notice that there's quite a bit missing off the bottom of the screen here. See the text there's quite a bit below it, and here not so much. And when I was playing, what was it, Deluxe Gallagher, I couldn't even see my own ship because it was down here under the screen. So it's handy for me to have this as a reference, even if it's strobing really badly, I can put you in on the screen here in the meantime, just so you can see at least what's going on. Yeah, that's a new thing. Today I'm going to be doing a bit more testing with the floppy disk drives. That was interesting. Yeah, the floppy disk drive stream. I can't believe I had so many issues with those floppy disks, the floppy drives actually. And when I went back and viewed the footage of the stream, I could see each thing unravelling. G'day Neo, how you going? I watched that stream back, the one I did the other night when I was struggling with these floppy disk drives, and I could see things as they sort of panned out. I could tell exactly when the power cable, that power connector was playing up. I could just see it. I knew what was happening. It's like, dude, it's the power cable. When I was reviewing it, it's the power cable. And then that bloody workbench disk screwed itself in between when I tested that, or created the disk, and when I was testing one of these drives that was playing up. It was so, it was never going to boot because the boot disk was cream crackered. And I didn't realise it. So after I fixed the bloody power connector and it's trying to boot off the disk, it's like, dude, the disk is faulty. If I could shout to my previous self and say, dude, the power connector's faulty, the disk is corrupt, I would have saved myself a lot of time. But anyway, that's what it's all about, eh? It's all about, troubleshooting, figuring out what could be wrong. That's all right. G'day Evil. How you going? Yep. Not sure if you heard that little bit, but I rewatched my stream the other night. Remember, I was having all those hassles with those bloody floppy drives, and I was just shouting at the screen as I was reviewing my footage, going, "Dude, the floppy disk drive power connector's faulty. Dude, the workbench disk that you're using for testing has become corrupted and is no longer bootable." You know, oh, that was painful. And I pretty much, as I said, I've never had that many issues with bloody getting floppy disk drives working, and that's because of those issues. I had the jumper settings right. What I was thinking was correct. I went back and reviewed some of my notes that I've got, and the jumper settings I have right. The cable was an interesting thing as well. In fact, I've gone back and looked at some of the original photos that I took of these machines when I first received them, and the twist is on the wrong side and all sorts of carry on. If we have a look at these cables, that's the motherboard end, that's DF1, DF0, so that one's correct, right? But the stripe, pin 1, and as you said, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, pins 4 and 6 are inverted, yeah? So note to self, I mean, you were right, you hit the nail on the head, Evil C. This one caught me, right? Bloody stripe down here, as you say, it might have been someone's just wired this themselves, but I don't know. It's possible, but I'm going to write on here, big bloody arrow pointing to this here, pin 1. I mean, now I know, it's obvious, right? Pin 1 is here. But if you look at the other end, you would be led to believe that pin 1's here when it's here. It's not keyed either, this one. And that one's the one with the metal key. So yeah, fun and games, man. I want to test these cables. So I was just booting up Superfrog actually to see whether everything's in order as far as the drives are concerned. I'm pretty sure they are. But let's just start off with a bit of Superfrog, eh? Just see if it loads really. And I've got my VGA splitter in action here. Man, that I'm not sure if it'll come through, but that text is so sharp. The edges of all that text is so sharp on the CRT, and on the poor little LCD, that's not looking good. It's sort of a little bit smeary as well, whereas that is super crisp, super crisp. Be interesting to compare it with a modern flat panel, LCD, whatever you want to call it, fancy LCD. Compare the CRT, I mean, with a fancy LCD screen. But anyway, we're hopefully that's the one. So I've got some more floppy drives I want to test and possibly clean and lubricate, go through that. I've got, remember Evil C, you pointed me to these connectors here. The ones that you pointed me to, I don't think were the right size, but you're definitely on the right track. And so I measured the actual connector on the force feedback joystick, and this is the closest I could get, and it fits, but I just need to double check that it's electrically connecting. Oh, a video slot version. Oh, okay. Have you... What's going on there? That doesn't look good, does it? It's a weird video corruption. Am I right in thinking you don't actually have an Amiga 2000 though at this stage? You're getting one, are you, or you're looking for one? Sorry about the reflection there. It's sun's decided to come out, and it's, geez, it's warm today. Very warm here. That's a weird looking screen though, isn't it? Look at that. Oh wow, exciting. Exciting. Where did you get it? Did you get it in did you buy it from New Zealand, or did you get it from overseas? That disk drive is just sounding a little bit. Yeah, look at this. So, what's it doing? Did it just reboot? Oh, but it's not looking healthy. It doesn't like this Super Frog. I wonder if the disk is dodgy, or something to do with that cracked version. I don't know. I'm not sure I have another version of it. Anyway, we know it works. It's working fine. It probably just needs a little bit of TLC. Oh, I did see mention of that, I think, in maybe Discord. Did you? Yeah. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. Okay. Well, although these drives say that they've been cleaned by me August last year, I would like to just get a little bit of lube onto them and see whether that will improve things. Turn that off there. Oh yeah, that's great that you've got an Amiga 2000 though, man. People say, oh, they're just a glorified 500 and they basically just do the same as a 500, but man, the upgradability is just awesome. I really like them. They seem to be the Amiga model that I keep going back to. Probably my most regular visit to Amiga models would be the 500. I've got this one, which is kind of what I would say is my everyday Amiga 500. I don't use it every day, but you know what I mean. It's got a, oops, sorry, probably bumping the microphone there. It's got this Super RAM, what is it called? Super RAM 500RX RAM board. I think it's 8 meg. That's bloody handy. And I just have it set up so I can whack in a Gotek at that end there. I don't like cutting up my cases, so I'd rather have this sort of ugliness here and have it stock. I don't like putting holes in my cases or hacking at them. So yeah, that is a neat machine, and sometimes I'll just whack in the A590 on that one. Which one did you have, the 500 back in the day, or the 2000, or that that RAM? Is that what you're talking about? I've got the window open here too, by the way, so you'll probably hear vehicles and dogs and shit, you know, carrying on. Okie dokie. Now, I'll start with this drive here. Oh, switch your views there. And I've got this little workspace here. Workspace. A board, basically. It just saves me mucking around, repositioning the camera, etc. Dodgy connector. I think I fixed it. I pushed this cable down as far as I could. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't quite remember how much RAM that one's got in it. Might only have 4, might have 2, I just can't remember. It's been a while. As I say, you know, I mean, I said it was my go-to Amiga, but I haven't really messed around with Amiga for a while, as you'll see. I'm a little bit rusty. So, should be able to get into these reasonably easily. Let's get some light on the subject here. So I would have blown these out with a compressor and cleaned the heads. It's probably all I did, although I'm surprised that I didn't lube them at the time. So that comes out the front, yeah. I have to carefully I hate doing this, eh? Taking these fascia panels off, they're potentially fragile, aren't they? I do have to take it off though, I'm pretty sure. It comes out the front. So, and then here we go. Yeah, these don't have the swing down doors on them. The little flap that covers them up. Some of these drives have trouble detecting when there's a disk in the drive, and some of them have trouble detecting if it's right protected or not. Now, why is that not coming out? So I might get a little bit of cleaner down into these switches here. Is it? It's being stubborn. Oh, yeah, it's just sometimes they these mounting standoffs here protrude through and stop the drives from coming out easily. tempted to loosen that actually properly. Is that a, what size is that? Yes, a 6mm. All close enough. There we go. That's better. These machines have got a little bit of, what do you call it? Just a very slight amount of oxidization on some of the floppy drives. And you can see that little bit of sort of oxidization there as well. Obviously I didn't clean it very well. I wonder if it was just cleaning the heads that I'm referring to there, but yeah, she's a wee bit dusty. I have lubed this one, you know. I can see there's a little bit of grease, or it's been lubed at some stage. There's a little bit of grease on this worm gear here, but I suspect that the rails need lubing. I've found sometimes too that these jam up a little bit, and just a very, very small amount of oil. I just put sewing machine oil on that bearing, just a smidge. I've got this oiler that I use for work, and you can see that, you'll see it, the oil coming down the spout there, and you can literally just put the tiniest drop on there, because you definitely don't want to be over oiling that. And in fact I might clean up some of this. There's a little bit of residual grease there on that spindle there. Now there will be, oh, I can see the rail. The rail is down in here. I'll just wind that back. And yeah, I would be tempted to give this a good blowout with the compressor, but I won't do that right now. I will come back and do that at some other time, because I don't have my compressor in here, it's in the garage. But let's get some oil onto that rail. Just reading your chat there. I just soak a cotton bud with a bit of oil. And then just dab it on there. You kind of have to assume that gravity is going to, you know, draw down the oil from the top of the shaft to the bottom as the bearing rolls over it, you know. But I think that's probably going to make a difference there, just a little bit of lube. See if it sounds any better. In fact, I can, oh no, I can't really crank it up there because this bit, this here's, what is it? Let's have a look at this thing working, eh? Connect up my dodgy power connector. Which I think I've fixed. Oh, before I do that, I'll see if I can get a bit of cleaner down on these switches here. It's trying to it was trying to drive the floppy drive across the bench there. I think it sounds better. It sounded a bit raunchy to me before. That sounds really sweet. Okay. Looking good. Sounding good. Sorry, disc, I'm just going to kill it. I don't think that'll do it any harm. Rightio. Happy with that. I edited up a video of Alice playing too, guys, so later on, maybe when I need a bit of a break, I'll put a wee, it's about 6 minutes or something, just Alice and I playing. It's pretty cute. New kitty, pretty distracting. She was so distracting last week when we first got her that I felt as though I should send her a labour bill for the amount of time that I was distracted from my work. I think probably in total I spent like half a day playing with the bloody cat. That's the good thing about being self-employed. No boss to tell you to freaking get back to work. The only time I ever have trouble is when the customers are knocking on, ringing, saying, "Is my machine ready yet? You've had it for 2 weeks." So, yeah, getting there. Nice and easy to service these things, eh? Make sure these are tight here. That's a good one. one. So I've actually noted what machine it was from, serial number. So it's probably originally where it came from. I will leave that one aside because I've got other drives I want to check. I'll do a couple of these on stream. I won't bore you with doing the whole lot. I've got a bloody crap load of these things. So that one there, and I might as well do this one here. And note to self, I have to clean these out with the compressor. Now, can I get into this one without taking it off this carrier here? Let's have a look. How's everyone's ANZAC day been? I felt a bit guilty about lying in bed this morning. I was awake before the sun came up, and I thought, well, if I'm awake, you know, maybe I should get up. And then Alice crawled in under the covers and we had a big snuggle in bed. I didn't feel like getting out of bed. That's horrible, isn't it? Busy and unwarm. Oh yeah, it's a bit chilly up there. It was cool here this morning, and then like now it is as mild as bloody anything. It has to be, it's got to be 20 degrees. What is it? Yeah, it's 20 degrees. Unbelievable for late April. Where did I put that little screwdriver? Alice is having a good sleep because we played at lunchtime for about an hour. Pretty full on. Hey, this one's got a little door still attached. I wonder if that other one, whether it was just broken or whether some of them didn't have. It's got little holes here for the hinge. That's the hinge there. Yeah, I'd say it should be pretty fresh. Yeah, quite yellowed, eh? I'm not a fan of retro brighting either, to be honest. It's just out of curiosity. Oops, sorry about that. I kind of am okay with the yellowed look. It just sort of, it's just something that I just accept. And although it doesn't look that nice, it's kind of like having a car with its patina, you know, in a way. And even some of them that are a little bit beaten up, I just think, well, it's showing its history in a way. That's the way I sort of think about it. Yeah, I think the door has actually broken off this one. The door's missing because it's got the hinge holes for it. And it is the same make. It's, yeah, it's the same model. Chinon FB354. So yeah, originally did have little doors. Nice little drives actually. See, this one's got it's the same model, yeah, but it's got an amber light, whereas this one's red. You can't quite see it there. There you go, look. Red, amber. Same model. Serial numbers are 300,000 different. Yeah, look at this. Grubby. Cleaned as in cleaned the heads, I would say. That's got to come out of there. That driver's too small. Next one. Yeah, a little bit grubby. Not sure, I can't see any residual grease. Not really sure whether to put grease on there or not, or whether to put oil on. I'd say grease, just a very fine grease. I've got this grease here that I use for sewing machines. It's actually a bicycle grease here. High speed grease. Yeah, it's you know, it's not overly heavy. If I just put a very small amount on there and just give it a wee. Cotton bud's probably not the best thing to use on it. Just with those rough surfaces, it catches a little bit of that cotton on it. Oops, oil. Oil up that rail there. If I give it a decent soaking, it's probably going to drip onto there. Just get a little bit more oil on there so that it works its way to the underside of that shaft, I reckon. That's probably all that needs. And give these a little spray there. Oh yeah, cool. Oh, might catch you later, eh? You will say. Okie dokie. A little bit dusty. I'll just give that a wipe down there. It probably needs a little bit of a going over, you know, with just with a cotton bud really. You know, just a general sort of clean. Oh, that's got oil on it, that one. Whoops. Clean cotton bud. You know, this sort of get rid of any dust. I'd probably actually I'd give that a going over with the compressor at some stage. That one's actually not too not too bad. Some here, down in there. Here. Don't worry, it's not a pube. Yeah, it needs a good blowout. Drop for another day, but in the meantime, that's the other thing I needed to do, is just get a spot of oil on that bearing there. Just a very minute drop. Okay, let's have a wee listen to this one. Actually, I might as well mount it back in its little housing here. And I figure a good test for these would be just to, copy a couple of discs from one drive to another and then maybe back again. Might show up any issues, I suspect. Precariously balancing this bloody drive here. Probably not the best thing. Normally I would do this on a workbench, but just so that we can see what's going on, I'll do it here, just in case bloody, screws drop, things drop. Okay. Big crosses over it would indicate that whoever had this machine had problems with it. I suspect, because I cleaned it and have not had any issues with these drives. Well, I can't say that about all of them, but with a lot of them. So I've actually put a big cross in saying not faulty. It's a double negative. Crossed out the crosses. So this is DF1. Okay. Front fascia could probably do with a good clean as well. Stripe pin 1 is at the edge of the drive, away from the power connector. Once you get familiar with these things, it becomes a little bit more of a doddle to configure them in. Once you've got good known drives and cables, and you know what you're doing. Here's another one. What's this? That is, sometimes doesn't detect discs. I need to clean it. Let's do that. Yeah, I think the pies have been getting, or were quite difficult to get. Was that, I think because of COVID, wasn't it? It seems to be a bit easier now, I think. I must ask him what the Pi Storm is for. This is another FB354. It is set for DF0, so that's perfect to go in beside this drive just for testing. Okay, I will give those heads clean. They don't look overly dirty. Looks pretty clean to me. That's good. I'll use that one for heat cleaning, that cotton swab. Oiling those rails there. Sorry about that phone. I'll just silence that. Okay, just a little bit on that bearing there. Bit of grease. Where did I put the grease? Righto. Clean these, so apparently sometimes doesn't detect discs. So give these sensors here a clean. I guess this whole unit could be replaced, possibly if it caused too many issues, and potentially, you know, just salvage one from another drive. I guess it's not working if I've got other drives that aren't working. Okay. Oh, okay. Buffering issues. Rightio. Let's hook this up. Pretty sure it's set correctly. Yep, it's set for DF0. Yep, there's plenty of clearance there. Oh, the light, the LED's missing on this. Here. Sounds a bit rough. Okay, it's detecting the disc. Boot into Workbench here, get some copying underway. that X copy disk is bootable. So let's put Workbench into DF0 and I'll find a blank that I can copy just for testing. I don't know. Let's try this. Okay. So source drive, df0, target df1, seems happy. And if I find another disk, another blank, I can try copying back to it. So we're copying from here to here, and then I will try copying from here to here, and that tests read write both ways then. Oh, do we have a faulty disk? Let's try a different disk. I'll do that same copy again, because just to confirm, not that one though. This one here, just in case the destination disk is dodgy. That's definitely dodgy destination disk. Stop. Dodgy. What else have I got here? Some good known disks would probably be quite a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh, this is one way to find out if you've got good disks or not as well. Dodgy. That one there. while it's doing that, I'll prep for the force feedback joystick plug installation. So that is positive, yeah, okay. Getting that error at the same place, that's almost like it could be a source disk issue, isn't it? Potentially. In which case, we'll try a different source disk. Because it failed at the same point as that other disk that I thought potentially is faulty. I wonder why that Super Frog was not happy. Oh, could it be an AGA version? Not sure about that actually. Or the CD version works. Seeing if I've got another copy. Huh. Is it the drive? Let's test that theory and go the other way. So we want to copy from DF1 to DF0. X copy live stream. Not overly exciting, is it? I'll break this up with a little bit of entertainment as well. Well, when I say entertainment, I mean gaming. Yep. So I would say that DF0, this one that I just cleaned and whatnot, lubed, has problems reading the disc when the head gets close to the center of the disc, because that worked absolutely perfectly. But if I take that out and I put in another disc and just try copying back the other way, swap these around, so now we're DF0 to DF1, yeah, instant fail. Oh, that could be a bad disc. Try this one again. Faulty drive maybe, not happy. I'll put it in the not happy pile, I think, for further assessment, I think, on that one. Let's put cleaned, what's 25th, 24. Read issues, question mark. Okay, let's find another drive. We've got these two. Got these two here. So, screw in a nut sellotaped to it. Righty. Well, yeah, that's set for DF0, DF1. Sorry. DF0, DF1. The standard configuration. There's the old twink. Check it out. Twink on pin 1. Great. Twink near the power. Twink on pin 1 and twink near the power on both these. Yeah, they look a little bit grubby. Can I get them out? I think I need to uninstall them from the carrier. Let's just do one at a time here. Whoops, was that one out already? Yep, it was. Just a couple of little plastic spaces here. Actually, it's going to be easy to take this whole carrier off. Shoot, unbalanced there. Okay. Two amber LEDs. We've got FB354 again, the model. Revision B. That's what I didn't take note of. Is that a revision? The red LED. What revision is that? Yeah, that's a Rev A. Red LED. Revision B, amber. Interesting. This, yep, okay, a bit of dust floating around. Little production line going here. It's going to get a bit samey, isn't it? But let's get one more drive at least that we can say is a good one. That one's got the door complete. Handy. Ooh, yeah, dusty, 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 dusty. Okay, I really need to give that a blowout with the compressor. I'm not happy with that. While it's doing that, sorry, while I'm doing that, put this drive back in. And I'll chuck on something for you to watch while I go and blow this floppy drive out. What have we got? What about state of the art demo? Here we go. So the machine didn't power up. I had this the other day. Just go droop, 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 droop. Is it this power connector? Yeah, I'm wondering about that power connector, eh? A little bit flaky maybe. That's better. Will this demo run? Trying to boot from... Or do I have to boot to Workbench first to get this to run? Let's take that X-copy disk out. Floppy just lights on continuously. That doesn't seem right either. Yeah, floppy drive lights on, constant. Huh. That's weird. That's that drive I just cleaned and tested. Jumper set correctly. Okay, oh well. Let me just see if I can find this video here for you, for Alice. Of Alice, I mean. Where did I put it? Here we go. Bear with. Okay. Window capture. See if this works. No, for some reason the actual video is not coming through. Why is that? What about display capture? Display capture, there we go. There you go. Back in a sec. Okay, we'll come back to Alice. That's about halfway through the video, so while I'm out cleaning drives I can put her on. Right, that one's got all the dust blown out of it. Just lube the rails, we'll just clean that head there. I'm wondering if oil's okay on this spindle here. Although it looks like it's had grease on it. Yeah, actually, I'll go with grease. Just a very small smidge there. Let's clean those switches. Right. Okay, looking good there. Right. Okay. Light's not on. Oh, yes it is. Why is that on full? Oh, it's off again, so that's good. Let's try, see if the state-of-the-art demo will run. No. It's a similar issue to that other drive. Why is that not working? This is... Maybe that's not bootable. Either that or the drive's cacked. drive light came on. Let's try a copy. No disk, so not detecting a disk. Righto. Right, I'd better label that. Be okay. Not detecting disks. Ah, bugger. Okay. Let's move to this one here. I need to find a good second drive now that that other one seems to have failed for some reason. Bit of a pain. Right. Just seems to be these front ones here. Yeah, the front ones need loosening just to allow these plastic mounts to get past there. What's the bit? This one's dusty as well. Ah, spring fell out. Be something to do with the door, I'm assuming. Yeah, dusty. Yeah, no door on that one. Yeah, pretty dusty. Give that lid a bit of a wipe down, get rid of the dust off there. I will go and give this a quick blowout, but before I do so, I'll just switch you over to Alice again. Okay, just realised something. That other drive that said not detecting disks, I think the bloody jumper's set wrong for DF0. Yes, it is. I wonder if that will have a bearing on that, you know, potential detection error. I'll just swap that jumper. It's set for DF1. Set that for DF0 and try that again. Okay, floppy drive light's not coming on straight away full time, that's good. Should I just wing it and try state of the art? Yep, it's working. Sorry about the reflection there. Getting reflection on that one as well. There's a bloody big light beside my camera. If you watch Castanomi's channel, you'll know this song. floppy drive makes some weird noises sometimes during this. So I can take that label off there, not detecting discs, say that's a perfectly good drive. The clattering going on there and the disk drive clattering away. That's actually strobing pretty hard out on these screens, but you can't see it on the stream that well. I guess the frame rate is probably potentially in sync with the strobing. Right. Okay. That drive is working. That's good. Okay. Good drive. And I'll just set that jumper back to its original there, DF1. DF1 and cleaned lube 25th, 24, and it's okay. That's good. Nice. Nice. Now, this one here, there was dust bunnies galore in this one here. Give this one a clean. In fact, I should, once I get this one done, I'll do some copy testing. Okay. Some oil. Oil, grease. Oil those rails first here. There's actually just the one rail by the look of it. This rail here. Get that down in there. That one, bit of grease. those switches there. Just pop it back in its carrier. I've got a bunch more of these drives to go through, but I won't do it on the stream. It's dry enough as it is. The stream, I mean. But at least this gives you an idea of the process that I use. For cleaning, oiling and testing. And this one is already set for DF0, so we can just connect that one up. And hopefully she'll be all go. Drive light is on constantly, which is never a good sign. Why? Let me just double check the jumper. Yep, jumper is set correctly. Look. I've put the bloody cable on. Dodgy. I wonder if that's what was wrong with that other one. The original that was in here. Oops. Right. That's looking better. Try copy from here to here. That's a good start. Now I was going to ask you, Evil C. First of all, what Pi did you get, and are they easy enough to get? And secondly, What is the PyStorm 2K? I'm sure I can just look it up online, but thought I'd ask you so I don't have to. Doing some Xcopy, just testing these drives really, just testing, you know, reading and writing to and from. Giving the drives a good clean and lube. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, $50. Oh, it's not too bad, is it? Well, that works. Okay, let's try copying back the other way. Not sure of the state of this disk that I'm copying back to. Looking hunky-dory. Well, that was from PB Tech, was it? That Pi. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, must be handy having a bloody PB Tech in your town. Does it take this over the system completely, if you know what I mean? Is it running as an accelerator, or is it one of those units that virtually just takes over the system? If you know what I mean. Perfect. Copy to and from. And confirmed that both of these floppy disks are good ones. So that will be my test. Right. Brilliant. Another good floppy disk drive. So that one, that can go back on that carrier, and if I grab the other one, maybe I can just mount them back on the carrier and test it, but in the meantime I will change the jumper back and just carry out a read-write test on this one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. And what, so if if it goes into a slot, goes into the accelerator slot, right? I guess you need to mount it to a card and all that palaver. I should look into it, shouldn't I? I'm sure there are plenty of videos out there. Right, this is the other drive that it read state-of-the-art demo, fine, but I just want to put it through its paces here, just with a read-write test. What did I do? Did I hook something wrong? Did I hook this up wrong? What are you doing? That should be right. That's better. They will have similar Amiga 2000s then, yeah, if you've got an 040 effectively, although I guess yours could be faster than bog standard, you know, accelerator like I've got, yeah. No disk in DF1. What's going on here? Or maybe that disk is faulty. I don't know. Maybe that's faulty. Or maybe it just happened to detect at that time. I don't know. I've not had a problem with that drive. So, who knows? Yeah, some of the stuff's getting bloody expensive, isn't it? It's just gone crazy. While it's doing that, Evil C, have a look at little Alice here. There's a little bit left to go here. Little Alice. She was more interested in the camera tripod than bloody anything else. She's awake again now, having another big play apparently. She's a goof. Yeah, she's spoiled alright. How could you not spoil that though? I mean, bloody hell, she's just off the scale cute. And she's so good. Oh. Yeah. Totally off the scale cute, man. And she's, you know, using a litter box, and she sleeps on the bed with me. She doesn't disturb me at all. She sleeps pretty much right through the night. Well, as far as I know, she might hop off and have a feed and go toilet and stuff like that. And she gets down under the covers and snuggles in, and oh man, she's cute. Too cute. Should be illegal. Now that disc played up on the other one. If I go from 1 to 0, yeah, I think there's something up with that. Maybe. If I format drive 0. That's probably not a valid name, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that'll be neat to explore, won't it? Lots of fun coming up for you by the sounds of it. Thinking I might stream again tonight. I'm just not 100% sure. That worked okay. Because I might call it soon and then come back later on. I probably won't go through, you know, floppy disk drive testing. It's bloody boring as batshit, isn't it? So I'll probably look at, you know, firing up the force feedback with maybe the new adapter. Check that out. New power adapter. Yeah, it doesn't like that for some reason. Let's try another good master disk. Maybe. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think one of these host disks is a little bit flaky. One of these ones here. Yeah. Yeah, 8 meg top. So probably just, you know, I mean, it makes you wonder why they didn't just, you know, look it up online and figure out what the bloody maximum RAM, you know, delve into it a bit more, but good for you, eh? Okay, this is looking good. So I've got 2 good drives here. Okay, good one. All right, so off camera, I'll go ahead and mount these 2 drives back onto that carrier, that chassis, and I just want to test that other drive quickly, because I might have had that cable plugged in badly, this one. I'm hoping that's all it is. There's no keying on those floppy cables. That's promising. Light's not on full now, so yeah, that's real good. Actually, I'll try booting again. What do we got? Oops, June. Is it going to work? Oh yeah. 2091. I'm not even sure what the hell that is, to be honest. I lose track of all the model numbers, I tell you. Is that a RAM card, is it? SCSI controller. Yeah. I've probably got one. I appreciate the offer. We might be able to do a swap for something at some stage. I just need to figure out what I've got, what I haven't got. Do a little stock take. Could be handy. It's actually hard drives are the thing that I have trouble getting up and running, because some of those SCSI drives are pretty tired, you know. And yeah, I'll have to take a look at what I've got, because it would be nice to put hard drives in some of these machines. That's working fine. Very good. I've got another drive here. I've got a bunch. I've got this one here, which again I've said I've cleaned, but I probably need to get in and lube that one. I've got this one that's got the reed issues there. I'll have to double check that one. And that's the carrier for that one. I've got another drive here connected, well, you know, it's on this power supply chassis here, that one there. That's actually a different type. It is a Chinon, but it's a different type of Chinon, different model. That's an F-354E. Slightly different. And I'll just show you what else I've got here. Yeah, Blue Scuzzy. They're not overly cheap though, are they? But it doesn't really, I guess the money doesn't really come into it when you're restoring Amigas, does it? Just get them going. That's another one, FB354. That's another one that needs cleaning, lubing, testing. And then I've got another one here. What's this? A Chinon 354E Rev A. That's another sort of different type again. That one I've got a note here to say it's a little fussy with borderline discs. This one. And I've got I mean a bunch of drives from, you know, my you know, 500s, 600s, A1200s, 3000s, blah blah blah, that probably need, you know, the same treatment. And I've got this one from the Amiga 1000. It's not working, this beastie here. I haven't even checked this drive because as I say, it's for the Amiga 1000 that's not working. I've got some weird issue going on with that one. I bought it like that. Strange issues, but that, I mean, that definitely needs clean, eh? That's an Amiga 1000 drive. Yeah, I can see a couple in an Amiga 3000, another one in Amiga 3000. I think they're okay. So yeah, that's my plan. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The 345E, they came loose. Well, I'm not 100% sure. That's got stuff rattling around in it. What's that? Friggin' mouse pearls, I think. I'm not sure if this came out of one of the systems that I received, but it could have. I'd have to go back through my photos and notes and things, or it could just be loose, you know, that's been in a machine, but I'm not sure. I don't have an A4000, so I you know, not sure whether it's come from that comes from an A4000 or not. But yeah, so that's the little project, and then I've got all the externals to go through as well. But that's a story for another day. Let's have a look. It's chunkier. Well, let's have a look here. So we've got the FB. Let me just change this camera here. So that's your bog standard FB 354 common. It's slightly longer. That's the 354E, F354E. Slightly longer. And that other one, where did I put that one? Didn't I have two that were, yeah, this one, F345E. So again, that's the same, it's the same as this one here. 35, no, I don't have any 354As. Just the, pretty much mostly these FB354. Oh, that's actually a Rev E. I've got Rev A's, Rev B's and Rev E, this one. The Rev E has a yellowy, is that amber? That one's red. That one's red. This will be a Rev A as well. Yeah, that's a Rev A, red. Yeah, another Rev A, red LED. And sort of a yellowy, amberish one on that Rev E, and the Rev B's are amber as well. Interesting. Got a spare cover here too, just floating around. So yeah, quite good to go through and, you know, label them all so I know where they're at. Handy. Okay. Yep, it's got a faceplate. Yep. Okie dokie. Oh well, I've got a bit of a mess on the desk here with screws everywhere and bits and pieces. I think I'll call it at this stage for the stream, and then might come back this evening and I've got the force feedback that I'd like to, I've got a power supply, actually came from a router that blew up. This one down here, good old bloody telecom router, spark router, 12 volts, 1500 milliamps. So I mean, they specify 2 amps on these, on the power supply, but I only ever saw it get up to like 700-800 milliamps, and this is 1500, so it should do the trick. 12 volt, you know, so the plan will be to splice this. I'm going to double check that there's actual electrical connectivity first to the right pins, because it's a little bit tight, but it fits. And if that works, I've got another one, which I'll, you know, maybe one day when I find another one of these power supplies, I'll hook it up, and I'll, you know, may end up getting rid of one of the force feedback joysticks. I've got 3 of them, so yeah. So that's the plan. I might have a wee play with that tonight. Maybe, I don't know, do a bit of gaming, mess around with the Amiga, mess around with the PC, who knows. Yeah. So yeah, we'll call it at that. Thanks Evil C and Neo for calling along, keeping me company. It's quite neat, you know, showing people what I'm up to, chatting. Alright guys, probably 7:30ish, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there if I do decide to do a stream. Okay, catch you then. See ya.